And what's going on, guys? And welcome to the Benches Cleared podcast, where we cover the best rivalry in all of sports. And I'd like to introduce you to the voluptuous downer, Tyler Coe. He represents the Los Angeles Dodgers.
And this is my co-host, Jesse Gutierrez, who represents the San Francisco Giants, and he doesn't know anything about anything. And you will see that today during this podcast.
And I know you're referring to, you think you're always just a downer and you want baseball not to happen because you'd rather be right. But we do need to address players are testing positive, like Freddie Freeman. And it's not just like one-off guys. It's bigger dudes, and guys are opting out. Practices are postponed. But honestly, did you think that this was going to go 100% smoothly?
Yeah.
You thought it was supposed to be
honest? To be honest, yes. With all the time that this took and all the bullshit that had to happen, I thought, okay, how stupid do you have to be to not know, oh my God, 4th of July is coming up. It's a holiday weekend.
Yeah, that's
to not account for that. After months and months and months of this, you didn't think about that? I mean, come on.
And I get it. I understand it, but I feel like there's going to be there's going to be a season. I feel like they're too far in, and they're not going to. There's no way.
Be a season. Are we going to get through the season? I don't think so.
Okay, we're going to get through the season. It's going to be a great season, and I feel like there's a lot of people that are going to opt out, either right before the season or during the season. Guys like maybe like a Buster Posey, or Brandon Crawford or Brandon Belt, someone like that. Or obviously there's the rumors of. I mean, David Price is opting out. There's a rumor that AJ Pollock might opt out, Kenley Jansen might opt out. So if those guys opt out, it would be a hit. But for someone like me, if Buster Posey opted out, dude, Joey Bart season. I don't it is what it is. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Well, even with the Dodgers, I mean, AJ Pollock, it would be great to have him. Could totally understand why he would opt out. I think. That's certainly responsible on his part. And with the depth we have in the outfield, I think it would be fine. Kenley Jansen poses a bigger issue if he opts out. Again, totally understandable. Can't fault the guy. But who do we then go to as a closer? That's the big question.
That's what I would say.
I guess. Yeah, that would probably be where we would go. Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna stay positive, man, and I'm gonna keep hoping, and you're gonna keep downing and crying about it, but I don't know, it's gonna happen. And this also brings me to something that I also wanted to mention about, we were talking with Brooke about, records and what makes the records valid, right? A record, someone hitting over 400, obviously not valid. A 1-0 ERA, not valid. I get it. But when you go to things like a World Series, and you go to things like a Cy Young and a batting champion and MVP, Rookie of the Year, all that kind of stuff, you're still competing with the people of that season. So it's a level playing field. I think that's where the difference is. You can't compare it to other seasons. It can't be history, or it can't be, I guess that's the word. It can't be history. When it comes to things like Cy Youngs and World Series, everyone's on the same level playing field. Everyone's losing people. Everyone is dealing with the 60-game season. It is what it is. It's going to be valid.
It's all still within the boundaries of this season.
Yeah.
So, of course.
Everyone has the same chance.
Yeah, Jacob deGrom's going to have 5 wins and a .98 ERA and probably win Cy Young, and that's just the way it is. That's completely valid.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree, man. And get into the different things of this season. We had some draftees come on a couple weeks ago, and we haven't heard anyone who has signed for that $20,000 bonus, and we've been really curious on how this whole thing went down. So now we want to welcome into the Benches Cleared podcast, the only time it's acceptable for a couple of 30-year-old dudes to DM an 18-year-old in hopes to video chat. Tyler Forner, what's going on, guy?
I'm going well. How about you guys?
Hanging in there. Baseball is about to start, so I'm super stoked. I couldn't be happier right now.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we're getting fired up, man. And I guess the most important question, the thing that everyone, has on their mind. We've seen the flow and everything. And I just had to ask, does Brandon Crawford know you're coming after him for the best hair in the organization, or are you just trying to like sneak attack him?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it doesn't come by surprise. Hopefully I can have it, pop in before I, get up there. But I mean, I get me a perm, so I feel like that's my little secret that, I keep in there.
My hair is naturally curly. It's a perm job all the way.
Maybe he's different than him, but yeah, for sure. He's got flow, so I know. I look up flow.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, when you get to our age, your hair just starts. We just want to be there.
Speak for yourself. And by the way, I'm not 30 yet, so
you're not. Yeah. How old are you?
29.
You're 30. Shut
I just
the hell
turned
up.
29.
That is 30.
Nah.
Whatever. You are 30. You are in denial. But let's turn this away from Tyler because nothing is about him. Tyler won, and go to our guy Tyler. Tyler, this whole signing process is really new to us fans and who want to cover the sport and everything. What was like the signing process like?
I mean, especially during these times, it's completely different than, what my buddies or friends that have signed before or got drafted with everything shortened and, putting little things like, putting pen to computer instead of, flying down and signing something was, way different than what I expected. But it went smooth and, you just throw in some Zoom calls instead of, meeting in person and, adapting well was nice. And they took me in really easy. So it went smoothly for sure.
Was there any, I know that, they were hinting about what they were going to do to kind of entice people to sign. Was there anything that set it over the top that was like, oh, I got to do it? Like, did someone give you a call or did they send you a gift certificate to? Well, actually, that's probably illegal. That'd probably be outing them. Maybe not a gift certificate, but.
Just kind of a little nothing like I'd been communicating with them, for a while. So it wasn't, that was kind of my big thing that, was bringing me towards them it's my favorite team. And, I'd been close to all these scouts and everything for, a year now, and they kept in contact with me through this all. So that was huge. The picture that they put was my favorite part of the whole thing is they just had, I put it on my Instagram and they had Oracle Park just with my name on the scoreboard.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
So cool to visualize that. And, that was a cool little email to get with that at the start. So
I was reading an article and they were saying Gabe Kapler actually reached out to you, which seems so bizarre to me because some of the people that we've talked to who were drafted were like, yeah, my agent got a call and someone from the head of scouting reached out. And so when I read that, I was like, well, that's pretty cool because what we've been hearing are people don't get to talk to the manager or kind of anyone that the public would really know. So what was that like getting a call from, Gabe Kapler welcoming you to the organization?
Yeah, that's totally a huge, other side of it. It was Gabe and then general manager and some of those guys high up in there, guys with, manager player development and stuff that just, could really – it caught me off guard, the Zoom call at a second because I had my dad next to me and he kind of like looked over at me and he has stores in the Bay Area. So we're always going to Giants games and he kind of looked at me and he was like, the audio wasn't connected yet. And he looked at me, he's like, that's Gabe Kepler. And kind of like a little bit. And it was cool to be able to, talk to him and I haven't even, gotten really started. So that was definitely a big sales pitch too, but I was sold so early that it was hard to really say that's it. But
they had to mess it up.
Yeah, that's definitely a cherry on top. Yeah.
The signing started at 6 a.m. right in Pacific Standard Time. Did they wake you up at 6 a.m. or was it like, hey, we're gonna let the kids sleep a little bit?
Yeah, it was 6:01, I think is what it was. So I used something close, and then I got
you kind of knew, right?
I knew that was gonna happen. Because they gave me. Without a senior year, I knew it was, a long shot with only it shrinking to 5 rounds. But they said that little chance that, the business side of things that they could take me, that 5th pick or 4th pick, something like that. But it was a long shot. But, when they said that and been reaching out and talking about the, after the draft stuff, I kind of knew that was coming. And I had a sleepover with some of the guys that night, and we stayed up and all this stuff. And then he had a chance to get, 1-2. So we all knew, we might get a little early wake up from a few emails or stuff, which is so cool and nothing to, you want to get that.
It's almost like Christmas morning, like you can't sleep type shit.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Was college kind of on your radar, or were you kind of like, oh, if they get on me, I'm going for it? Like, did colleges reach out to you?
Yeah, I had a few offers, divisional offers, and then definitely had options to go junior college, which definitely was my favorite route. Just I don't like being locked into that, having to go 3 years at a university. I get my 2-year degree. So I did the running start where you could do high school and college kind of thing at the same time. And so having my 2-year degree, I've always been worn out of school, but that made me way too worn out of school. And I had no motivation to be able to sit in the class again. So
school is for fools. Look at me.
It was kind of, and I've never been about the money. So I couldn't go back to college and, pursue that knowing it was just to, boost draft stock when, and get more money when I can just go get trained by the best, professionally. So
get started now, right?
So were you, because I was reading that you were, a pretty good football player as well. And since you got to play 4 years of football as opposed to the 3 of baseball, now hearing you say you're kind of worn out on school, I'm assuming the answer is no, but was college football ever on your radar, or is that just an absolute no?
No, that was always a no. I debated. I played football since I was a little kid, so it was, I stuck with it all the way through. But then there were some moments in high school where it was just like, oh my God, because I started feeling, way more attached to baseball in my career after and stuff. And so, finishing out that senior year was definitely a blessing to do that, because it got me on the radar with, some scouts and stuff, because they see that athleticism on the field and stuff. So, but yeah, definitely told my coach after the season, or when guys would come, just told my head coach that I'm for sure a no. And we had that talk that I'm pursuing baseball. It was that after senior year. So.
Very cool. So what was the mindset like, because obviously you're anticipating a senior season of baseball, and then hearing the season's going to get canceled, and then what followed with the draft being shortened from 40 to 5 rounds, were you ever kind of worried that, signing or being drafted wasn't going to be an option, and going the JUCO route or a 4-year was kind of going to be your only option?
Yeah, I'm a big believer. So it was definitely with all this going on, it was definitely just, me praying on everything. And the more I surrendered to him, the more, doors opened up, and I was able to just kind of relax and not, think about it that much and just let him lead me. But it definitely got, my worldly view definitely got in the way, and thinking, oh crap, if I sign, I'm ruining my chance to go to, college and progress there maybe. And that was huge, not knowing, if this is all going to clear up, if I should go Division I, because then I go 3 years and maybe this stuff, gets all better and there's a regular draft and all that stuff was definitely, going through my head a lot.
Yeah, definitely. So now that obviously there's no minor league season and rookie ball and all that stuff is canceled, do you have any direction from the Giants organization about, how you should be training, or is there anything kind of set up for you to do now that you're a part of the organization, or is it kind of just balls in your court, just do what you normally do and kind of handle as you see fit?
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of both. They're so big on, that family, brotherhood atmosphere. So they respect other players, especially with all the calls I've been on, and, they want you to do your thing, because it definitely got you here. But at the same time, they're got off a Zoom call with the assistant, one of the hitting coaches, and he definitely is going to start working and get on a few Zoom calls where we can, do some hitting drills and fine tune, a little bit of things. So we're not, sharpening some things up before we, meet in person. Cause there's that possibility of that in Arizona. We could do like a little training camp thing in maybe a few weeks. So if we can get that going, that'll be nice to have something, working on stuff throughout, right now.
Right.
I know you said that you were a believer. That's a big part of your life. Do you think it's harder to kind of stay, in your walk while you're in professional? I mean, I guess you're not in professional baseball yet, but I mean, I guess just the pursuit of professional baseball, or do you kind of like get steered out a lot?
I feel like this is exactly where, I want to be and God wants me to be. It's kind of that my whole thing is just, like showing his glory and his light, through me and allowing him to use me, for everything. Cause, without him, I'm nothing. And being able to just go out and, say that and try to show myself as, humble and, everything's for him. So when someone sees me and I can, a little kid, little things like walk up songs when people started, knowing me playing baseball, football in the community. And my walk up song was always like a worship song or a Christian song. And I remember my dad would tell me things, one time of a little kid that would, look at the song. Like my dad was telling him why I had that song, and just for little kids to like latch on to little pieces of me that, leads them to, in faith. And now being with the Giants, it's kind of puts me at, little bigger pedestal to, share my faith with other people that ask.
Yeah, I guess that does lead into the next question. I was going to ask if you already picked up your walk-up song.
Oh, yeah, no, haven't fully. I mean, I have some of my favorite songs, so if that's something they, want from me, I'm definitely it's probably going to be Being God by Josh Turner. That's probably my favorite country, because I'm into country and then into the Christian side. So when they, collab, that's what I latch
Country.
on.
Man, I have the best song suggestion. I mean, there's kind of a litany of songs you can choose from. Jesse, if you didn't, most people in our podcast probably don't know, Jesse used to be in a touring Christian band. It was a hardcore band, so it's a little bit different, but definitely the center was based around, being a follower of God and being a Christian band. So if you ever need a suggestion,
simple plug. I'm probably gonna edit that out. That's hilarious.
He has a discography full of songs that you could use.
Sweet.
Oh goodness, that's hilarious. Wow, I did not think you were gonna bring that up. I thought in my head, you were gonna be like, oh, he's trying to butter this up to bring it up. I'm like, no, I'm not bringing this up. That's
no, believe me, as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, I have to bring this up. We want the listeners to feel like they know you, Jesse. You got to open up to them.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Awesome.
Caught you off guard.
All right, so let's get this off of me. Let's go back to Tyler. When you go, is there someone that you're looking forward to, whether it be minor leagues when you get there, if you know someone, or if you're when you get to the major leagues, is there someone that you want to knock a bomb off of that you're really excited to give that a shot?
I think it would be cool just meeting up with. I don't have one guy that I definitely headhunting or anything close, but definitely anyone that's just I know, because I know a lot of pitchers that are come from this area or played against or played with that are signed with teams, and it'd be cool to meet up with one of them, and not in a bad way, but definitely would be nice little bragging rights just for our area.
Oh, yeah.
Take one deep or hit a piss rod off of one of them for sure.
That's what we were talking about the other day with the guest. We asked that question. He was saying that he had a friend in the Giants organization who was drafted by the Dodgers, and we were like, man, I just don't understand this thought process that a lot of, like, I guess sports commentators say, like, oh, they hate it when guys act like they're friends out there and they're all chummy and stuff. Like, you're supposed to be at war with these guys, but it's like, bro, like, if that's my guy, like, if, for instance, if me and Tyler were playing like some wiffle ball or something, dude, I want to take him as far. I want to break the ball. Like, I want to embarrass him so much to where, like, the next time I see him, I can just talk shit to him, like, forever.
Oh, for sure. And still be buddies. I had a friend that when we were going through Little League, I had a bunch of people that we hung out with all the time that were on different teams, but I had a class with a kid. We were in middle school, and I hit a home run off of him in a Little League game. And we had the street like in the background, the road. It was like a highway, and it bounced on the highway, so it looked all cool when you did that. And so I went around, and the next day at class, we had to write a story, and I sat next to him in class. Of course, we were best buds, and we had to write a story on our most memorable moment. So I'm just sitting there, juiced story as a kid about that last weekend when I just hit a bomb off of him, dropping his name and stuff like that is so fun because it almost makes you closer because it's just that competitive side is really
and then
awesome.
The next time, I guarantee he was like, dude, I gotta strike this guy out, dude. I got like, and that's why it escapes me with. I guess it's more like the older generation. That's just very like, oh, if it's your friend, you're gonna take it easy on him. Like, no, if that's my boy, I'm gonna go like 10 times harder because I can't have him talking about me. I need to be the one.
Yeah, and it's so much easier now for people to, post it or send a nice little video of you. Like I just, when you're just messing around, like I just dunked on him in a pickup game or something silly. So, yeah.
He got posterized, no big deal.
Yeah.
Well, it really does make sense because, I mean, Jesse, you and I talk about this a lot. Like, obviously, I'm a diehard Dodger fan. You're a diehard Giants fan. And it's like, that's what makes it fun from like even a fan's perspective. Like when you can jaw with opposing fans and just kind of have fun with it. Like this sense of hatred and going to war with one another, especially someone who's your friend, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And then you see guys out in the field like Cole Tucker and Cody Bellinger, who were best friends growing up. And when the Pirates and Dodgers play, I mean, they're having a great old time. They're still taking the game seriously and they want to win, but they're not putting their friendship aside and pretending.
And that's where it stems from. Like they take it as, if you hate the guy, you're going to play 10 times harder. Like, and Tyler, I really like that when you're drinking your Mountain Dew, you're doing it label up. You got to think of the sponsorships. We got to get a Mountain Dew sponsorship. I like that.
I mean, I would take one.
Yeah. But yeah, like it doesn't make like 10 times harder because you hate the guy, maybe, but your emotions way too caught in it, and you're probably going to be worse when you're trying to show up your friend. You're very particular, but you're also not mad. So I feel like that's actually probably the best way to do it.
Yeah, definitely a controlled focus when you're going up against your friend. Yeah.
And then, man, one thing that we always like to ask too is, what's like the main thing you're into besides baseball?
I mean, right now, along with a bunch of kids my age around everywhere, but I've been getting so much into golfing right now with all the guys. It's fun to dude. It's so fun to get all Tiger Woods looking, and
I'm Tiger Woods, and I fuck bitches.
And just go right out the golf course and try to I mean, it's not about hitting little straight down the fairway. I don't care where it goes. Sometimes I just, I'm just trying to go 3 feet, Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, so you're just like driving. You're not like playing 9 holes.
Oh no, we're playing. Like I just played 18 yesterday, but at the same time, like we have.
You ain't got to talk shit like that about me. Jeez. Say, you want to play 9? You were weak, bro.
No, I can't like dip shot with my drive. Definitely a baseball cut. That's just full swing, trying to get it as far as I can down.
Yeah, I've actually been really starting to really get into golfing. It's funny, like when I was a kid, my dad would take me, golfing every once in a while, and I would always see like the older, like adults, how they have like their golf setup, like the shirts and like the shoes and the glove. I'm like, gosh, dude, these guys are dorks. But I'm telling you, bro, when I started playing again as a kid, started playing again like recently, that was the first thing I got me a glove, dude. Oh yeah. Man. Every Christmas, like I'll get like a shirt. I just got some shoes, and I'm telling you, the shoes.
Money's gotta be the shoes.
I got like 3 strokes off my game.
Look good, play good. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous because during this quarantine, my girlfriend's dad has like a big piece of property, and he's made his own kind of like poor man's Top Golf game in it. And for the life of me, my whole life, I can't hit a driver. I don't know what it is. So I'm out there teeing off with like a 4-iron, trying to bomb the ball 300 yards. And obviously I'm not doing it. It just never clicked to me. I don't understand what it is. Like those straight face clubs, I can't hit them.
That's on wax, man. That's crazy. All right, man. We'll wrap this up, man. We really appreciate your time. We're gonna end off with some rapid fire questions to try to get to know you a little bit, Tyler. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Oh, the first question's we already knocked off walk-up music, so we're gonna go Parks and Rec or The Office.
I'd go with The Office. Yeah.
Have you ever watched Parks and Rec?
I'm not really big on either, but like the memes and the stuff that come from The Office seem kind of more what my friend group kind of gravitates towards, so I'll just do that.
And usually when we ask this question, we're expecting like an embarrassing answer, but you're still in high school, so I was gonna say high school jams, but why don't we go middle school jams for you?
Oh, so you want me to elaborate a little bit because I'm so used to rapid fire, like just answer it. Okay.
We don't do things by the box here. We kind of
we do whatever we want.
Yeah.
No
adults,
sponsors
no
to
rules.
bow down to.
Yeah.
He basically was like, you guys don't know what you're doing, but yeah, sure, I guess. No, just kidding. So middle school jams, where are we at?
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Music, jams. Damn, am I showing my age again? Do kids not say jams anymore?
I mean, I say jams, but I'm thinking of like Space Jam, something weird, like a show.
He's thinking of old people music like you, Jesse.
Yeah, you're trying to be. I get it. You're trying to be respectful. He's like, no, kids do say it. I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
Gosh.
I guess. Yeah. Middle school was, I think it was like, geez, Black Eyed Peas. That doesn't even seem that. It's not old at all, but that was middle school. Was Boom Boom
I feel
Pow.
like it's pretty old.
I was gonna say, Black Eyed Peas seems old to me even.
Okay, then yeah, that's what I remember thinking I was cool listening to that. So stuff like that, yeah.
Let's see if this is out of your age bracket again. NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
That's that's out of my Backstreet Boys.
So I guess what's the nowadays version? That would be Justin Bieber and who? I guess Justin Bieber or Justin Bieber. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Justin Bieber or One Direction?
Justin Bieber. He's kind of.
I like go with the Biebs.
I like the evolution of Justin Bieber. And you know
bro, early Biebs is tight.
Dog.
Yeah.
Harry Styles, his solo career is banging, so you got to go One Direction. But that's just me.
Nah, bro. Biebs forever, dude. I will kill anyone who talks shit about the Biebs.
You guys are wrong, but that's fine.
Okay, are we doing when you do this? What's your number one cereal?
Dude, I haven't had cereal in so long. I totally cut that out, but I would stick probably. Captain Crunch is what we used to get for Christmas, so I'd go with Captain Crunch. Yeah. Captain
Crunch. There it is. All right, man. Well, I thank you so much for staying for our version of rapid fire questions. We appreciate your time, bro, and see you later. And hope to have you on again sometime, man.
Yes, for sure. Nice meeting you guys.
All right, man.
Take it easy,
see you later.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode. Remember to like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. This episode has been brought to you by Renovation Candle Company. Renovation Candle Company is offering 20% off for anyone who is a listener of the podcast. Use promo code BENCHES at checkout and receive 20% off your order.
That's right. Buy some candles. Be happy. Be great. Yes, follow the Instagram is at Benches Cleared Podcast, and the Twitter is at Benches Cleared P. We took a week off of the giveaways, but we are back on giveaways. It's time to go. 2 weeks away from opening day. We're 15 days away from opening day. 2 more giveaways. We're going to pump it up because we're getting closer to opening day. We're giving away these 2 guys, these 2 nice bobbleheads here. Got a nice Matt Caner, and we got a nice
and the best pitcher of all time.
Nice Kershaw bobblehead. Be careful though, kids. This is a choking hazard, so you don't want to be playing around with that. Yes, repost the posts to enter into the giveaways on Instagram and Twitter. And if you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, you will be also getting a $20 gift card to Amazon. So we're pumping it up. 2 weeks away. 2 more giveaways. Get it done now. Lastly, Fat Pablo Rakes. I don't want to hear anything about Pablo gaining weight. Oh my gosh. People talking shit. Dude from starting 9. I understand why he hates him, but dude from starting 9. John Boy with the Luke Voigt thing. Okay? Fuck that. Fat Pablo Rakes. cheeseburgers on me, Pablo. Okay, anytime you want. You hear me? You hear me?
I mean, he's probably going to only DH this season, right? Because he's too fat to play the field.
He's a bigger dude. When is he? I'm telling you, he was skinny maybe 2 seasons, and they weren't great seasons. All right, Fat
true.
Pablo Rakes. I'm into it. Dude's gonna hit. What's the equivalent to the 30 bombs in the 60-game season?
12 home runs.
10 home runs. Pablo DHing, playing some third
Pablo
base.
Rakes. Trend it.
Hashtag Fat Pablo Rakes. I'd love to hear that. We love the guy Pablo. We love you guys for listening. Thank you very much. And we'll be seeing you guys next week. I'm saying fuck Aubrey Huff. Yeah.